Hello future tech leaders, I am Sindhuja. Based on my own experience, I know that learning the right skills can shape our future. What if I say learning was as thrilled as the tech world itself? There we go. A cloud foundation, that's exactly what you will experience. From day one, you will be immersed in the interactive sessions and expert-led courses that covers most of the widely used technologies in the zone of data science to cloud computing, which brings more light to the life of a techie. I'm so excited to help you and unlock the true potential of a technology. Well, then why to wait? Let's see what it unfolds.
This is my Salesforce. I'm into classic mode. And if I want to switch to lightning mode, I will be just clicking here. And as soon as I click here, it automatically this GUI, this complete interface that is like whatever in front of you, that application will be changed to lightning. Lightning mode and classic mode. Which one? Whatever the thing is, both are the same. The look and feel will be changed. As I said earlier, lightning mode is for end users, whoever is comfortable and whoever wants all these things that need to be showed and everything. For them it will be more useful for lightning. For end users, but not for developers. For developers, Classic is one of the best because we find many things in Classic easier than in development. When compared to Lightning. This is a Classic mode and this is Lightning mode. Now I said like this is now I'm in Sales module. If you want to check in Lightning mode, you want to click on here App Launcher. This is called as App Launcher. We used to call it as 9docs. That is a App Launcher. Then you can able to select your modules. Sales module, Service module, Marketing module are the default modules given by Salesforce. Salesforce have been implemented now around more than 50 modules in Salesforce. We have many modules in Salesforce. The basics are like sales, service and marketing. Now I'm into sales module. This is my sales module where I can able to see all my objects. These are all my objects. When I check on this in sales, here I will be getting that sales, service, marketing. Selecting this, I have to click on go. As soon as I click on go, this will be open. The change is like this. You can see this. This is like this. Everything is customized also. You can able to drag and drop and everything will be happened here. The customizations you can able to do it. And same thing here. Classic and Lightning. Both the things are same but GUI will be different. They look and feel little bit different. Now the Classic, as I said, like yesterday, we have discussed like about contacts, accounts, leads, opportunities. Forecast here, contracts, orders, invoices, products, reports and dashboards. These are all objects. When you get into things like it is the standard object. Accounts, contacts, opportunities, leads. Leads, accounts, contacts, opportunities. These are all objects. As they are by defaulted by Salesforce, they are called as standard objects. When you are customizing any object, that is called as custom object. These are all standard objects where we used to work on. Now I will be just taking you with a navigation here. The navigation like objects, these are all objects. Next, help my profile. My settings developer console lightning. Help me. Whatever you want to check or get the help from this, you want to be getting all this. And where you can able to click on it and it will be routed to. Help process will be open and that you can able to check with Salesforce help. That is helping. Set. What is the setup? When you click on setup, you will be getting all this setup process with admin. Development will be deploy monitor job logs. These are all the things that have been in setup. These will be applied and the people whoever works on they are called as administrators. Admin we used to call as administrators admin. These are all admin jobs. Then after getting into this, they will be having a build. That is custom build. You can able to click and customize on that particular build. You can able to click and customize this accordingly. These are all objects. Again, you can able to see the objects. That is, custom object will be there as well as standard objects will be there. These are objects. How to create the whole information like apps, custom labels, objects, big list, value sets, packages, report types, tasks, everything will be here. Like going with, these are all creating how you can able to create your rules. These are all like what? Flow rules approval, approval process flows, process builder migrate to flow tasks events. These are all workflow rules and approvals. Next one is development. Develop whatever you see developed here. This is for developers, that is up its class, up its triggers, up its test. These are all for developers who implements this development and creating the code on. Even they are writing a code for that. I can able to put like that this will be completely for developers. Then lightning bolt. This is called as schema builder, lightning app builder, installed packages. This comes in again into developer mode. That the deployment settings is nothing. But the deployment is where you are deploying means whatever the changes you do in your or that will be to production. For that process, deployment settings will be happen. I can able to give like this. Where is the class? Deployment. Deployment. What happens is, as I said, like moving to production. As we are having developer editions. Deployment chances will not be. We can't able to be any deployment. No deployment because we are not moving to any other or whatever the changes we have done. It will not be more because Salesforce has restricted with licenses called as developer edition. Developer edition, people who ever get this is only for their practice. Then we have trials. Trial 30 days trials will not have this deployment process because they are not having any integration with their another or they will not be having. Developer edition and trials will not have. We will be having professional will have, that is professional edition. And now they have been into essential edition. Next, personal edition. These are all licensed. One, because these are all will be purchased by Salesforce. From Salesforce, you have to purchase it. Then you will be getting all this. You have to purchase this per month, per user. You have to pay per month, per user. That could be around $30 or $50. That depends on that. $30 and $30 will be basic fees for per user per month. Professional edition, essential edition, personal edition. These are all they do have, like around 5 to 60 editions. These are all basic things which have been developed by Salesforce, where you have to purchase this edition from Salesforce. If you have that, then deployment process will be achieved, because here you will be having three sandboxes we used to call as sandboxes. What are sandboxes? Sandboxes are nothing but the same, but when we do have different things, that is sandbox, that is for developers sandbox. Dev sandbox, UV sandbox. Next, broad sandbox. These are all the sandboxes which are purchased from Salesforce. These are all the sandboxes: Dev sandbox, UVT sandbox, production sandbox. These are all sandboxes. For these sandboxes, you will be getting access to deployment. For these only sandboxes, you will be getting deployment settings to be enabled, where you can be able to see all the deployment process and you can be able to do the changes accordingly. Here, whenever you are putting for dev is for developers, sandbox. Once they do all the customizations and any changes on the GUI part, once they have done it, then that will be moved to UVT. That is user acceptance testing. Where end users will be the person who logs into this sandbox and they will be checking whatever the changes you have made in your dev access. After doing this dev sandbox changes here, what happens is you will be deploying the changes. Whatever the changes you do, you will be deploying the changes to UVT. From UVT, once the user acceptance testing is done and they approve it, then is client. Client approves it. Once the approval of client is accepted here, then the changes whatever will be deployed again to broad. Again, deployment process will be. Who will be taking care of all this? Any. Who will be taking care? Yes, please. Admin will not take care of this. Only developer do this. Developer do this. Not admin. Developer will be having access to all this and developer only will be taking care of this. Not an admin. Here what happens is even developer. If there is a manager who is working on this, technical manager, technical architect, generally in some companies, level 3, level 5 companies, level 3 companies, developer will be taking care of it. And level 5 companies managers will be taking care of this. That depends on their company as well, and they're based on the company to company that happens. This is all the boxes we used to call as sandboxes. Now getting back to application. That is a deployment process. Then after this you will be having all this process. These are all the things that will be taken care by developer. Developer will be having all these tools. Everything will be, whatever we do have, that will be happen by developer, and he will be taking care of all this. But for us, as an administrator, we will be taking care of this. Administrators will be having all this and customizing here. Customization still. This administrator will be taking care of this. Whatever the changes according to the just application, based on the application, customer will be taken. Admin will be taking care of this. After this will be the changes here. Whatever you have to do, that admin will be taking. These are all the process where admin things comes up here. Admin and admin development will be. Now, this is all about setup. Help setup. Now, my profile is one of the major thing where you can able to see what is the username and how we have been logged in, what is the details of the user, and everything will be seen here. What is the username and what is his detail, ID, and everything will be taken by my profile and settings. My profile, my settings. My settings. Under my settings, you will be having all these changes where you can able to see here. It is personal information. My passwords change. You can able to my path. You can able to change your password, your time zone only for you. As you are an admin, you will be having these options. If you are not an admin, you can't be able to see these options. Keep in mind that you are an admin. If you are an admin, you will be having all these changes where you can do it. If you want to change your password, you can able to just click here. Once you log in, you have to check here and get the things. Now you can able to see this your security question. If you are going to change your security question, you can do it here. Once you log into this, you couldn't do any changes, whatever you have made while logging into this. That the changes, you understood this. Yesterday you faced a problem. You faced a problem yesterday while logging this. You can able to check your security question here. But this is for which is already logged in. Everybody can able to log in here and give that current password and new passwords confirmation. Then you can able to change your security question. But the new password should be in these terms and conditions, that is 8 characters, 1 letter, 1 number. It should be always followed by sales. Then this is all time zones where you can able to select your local time zone. I will tell you why it happens and what is local time zone, because we will be getting into that locally time zone. Some users logs in at around 6 am for us. I am talking about in India itself. We are having 3 shifts, that is morning 6 to 2. Those shifts, that depends on the company where they are getting into the employees. For every employee, I am talking only about India. If we are from other than India, they have to change their own login credentials based on their time zones. Why and how is it useful? This will be useful for every user at what time he is logging in and what time he is logging out, and what are the changes he has made. Everything will be considered based on this time zone only. Nothing but this will be completely identifies and as well keeps monitoring the logins at what time this person logged in and what time this person logged off. And nothing but this is called as a history. History will be checked based on your time zone. That will be mainly used when you are having this time zone up. Next, locally language. You are having many languages where you can able to try it if you are interested to check into it. But here you have to be very much keen. What is the language? When you change, you have to revert the same. Because if you are comfortable in different languages, you can try. But if you are good with here, they are like Portuguese, they are given like Punjabi, India, Romania. Let me check if we do have any Telugu there. Telugu, and what about Canada? Let me see. If you want to try, you can try it. But please make sure that you have to be back again. If you are comfortable in your language, you can able to go ahead. And you can able to change this. This will be the language. Whenever you select this language, because locally is different where you are having that, where it based on your country. Here locally, when you get the language, this will be completely applied to the application. Dutch, Spanish and everything will be here. Portuguese, that depends on the scope. All the languages there. You can able to select it back. The whole application will be changed into that language. Please make sure. Here then, this is a default one. Code. This is a unique code where everything will be whatever the changes. This will be changed into the coding language. That is a code to the system, not to us. UTF will be changed and it will be stored in a notepad. Once the UTF is changed, that will be easily understanding to other systems, only for the application wise, not for us. You will be keeping this in a coding process that is called as emailing coding. This will be applied. Whatever the changes you do in this system, that will be updated in unique code. And this will be more or less, it is used for any application. Wise, if you want to check through email or it will be sending an email to you, process. And this will be happen all through this unique code. But generally it will be having this. This is a by default. It will be happen and I don't think. We didn't change till now. We will be following the same process with all this. This might be a chance that they do have different languages based on the locally. But the unique code is the default one which we use. In my settings, I will be having all this. You can able to see, this is in my settings. Grant access to login access. It is nothing but grant account. Whatever the access you want to give, you can able to give. But whenever you are granting access to this person, you are a company administrator. This will be because these are all users, my users. They are users with their accessing, with their profiles. My users will be launched with their profiles. These, what happens is they are defined with how many days these will be expired. Expiry date of this particular granting access into this particular profiles. Profiles based on the profiles users will be having accessing to this organization. That is where grant account login access is provided. But in going further classes, we will be learning into the next. my group. My groups are we can able to club or we can able group of people where you can able to access or broadcast or sharing any access, sharing any rules. That will be happened based on these groups. Here you can able to create a group where if you want to send any broadcasting information throughout that group, you can able to do it. For example, in my company, we are having offshore and on-site teams. For that offshore and on-site teams, if I want to send throughout organization only one detail like on 24th is the holiday as the power. Yes, celebrating the power. What happens is that will be updated 24th as a holiday to GDC team, only to GDC team, where they will be created with public group based on roles and our subordinates and users. If you want to send to the group, then it will be useful by creating a group. If you want to send by rows, you can able to create those roles to that particular roles itself. The broadcast has to be sent. Broadcast is nothing but information to that user. This will be created in such a way where it will be useful to the people to broadcast. To send an information to a particular group, you can do that. Next, reset my security token. Reset my security open when you access Salesforce World from an IP address that isn't trusted to your company. Makes sense that isn't trusted for your company. It means that we used to get some IP addresses that will be keeping on pinging, which is not secured. If you are using any Mozilla browser, they will be giving that popping up. It does that Mozilla Firefox browsers. They will be keeping on popping up that this is not. This harms you. This IP address harms you. That what happens is whenever you are clicking any not to be open sites. Some sites are banking sectors, some sites are official government official sectors, and some sites are DRGOs. I can able to put like any central DRDO sites, that sites are restricted. That will not allow you to get into this as a layman. If you are getting into the with your IP address, that will not allow. These are called as security token. You can able to set that security token here. Nobody should log in into your app or your organization in your org. You can able to set your security token here based on that IP address. That is one. Next, connections. Connections are nothing but what exactly this user is connected to. I can able to see that when I connect, that is like, oh, this is nothing but organization authentication. Connected apps. My app is connected, that is called as a trial bridge. Trial bridge is connected to my account, where I can able to see this with this. What I have given access already, I have given access to my Salesforce to log into trial bridge application, where there will be a connection exists between Salesforce and trial bridge. That whatever you are having any authentications given to other apps, that will be visible here. That is connections. Now next, login history. You can say this login history. Just now I said, based on your time shown, everything will be happened. This is at what time I have logged in and from which IP address I have logged in and what is the login time. And whether it is status is success or failure, then trial bridge application to whom. I am logging into trial bridge application and the location is United States. Because my locally time is United States. Whatever I have given this, All this is called as history log in history. Then approval settings. This approval settings is nothing but if you are having any hierarchy in your organization, to give that hierarchy in your organization. This will be happen here giving us an approval, where you will be having a boss you will be sending approval to your boss telling that was on. What is there from my side? I have enabled it. Then the approval should be given by you. For example, I can even put like this, the sales rep wants to have some approvals. Will you have told you like this? Currently, did we discussed? Are you there? Did we discuss this like approvers? I remember one of your manager. Here, this will be that. Whenever you are giving, this is a part here. But generally, we will be having under users. Under users, you will be getting this option. While creating a user, will be getting an option here. Only if I'm a delegate, delegated approve. When I approve, that has to move to my boss. If you are having any manager, you are giving an option. For this user, this manager, this whatever, whoever the users are, that will be displayed here. Based on your approval, manager will be here. Manager will be having this option if you select him as a manager, because who will be doing this again? Who will be doing this option? It is already there. I mean now generally, I'm asking like because this will be more into users. When you log into your users, you can able to see that because they're there. We need to give the user details and user. We have to give all these permissions, they need to be provided. These are all settings of approvals. Your boss for not uses boss. There that will be hierarchy in the organization based on the hierarchy. This will be derived. Next, advanced user details, and this clicking on advanced user details. Whatever the details do I have, that will be shown here. I am having some permission sets, permission set details, permission licenses. I'm having all these permission sets where I can able to log in into all my details. These are all my details. What are the packages it has been installed and when is the expiring date it has, and all this information will be here. Here permission sets. We will be learning it what exactly permission sets are and how the details are. Everything will be in common classes. For now, it is my user login, where you can see all my permissions given to me, nothing but to my user. Next, authentication settings for any external systems. If you are giving any authentication, we used to in our Salesforce, we have SO, that is single sign-on settings. This is more there. What happens is single sign-on authentication. Generally, we single sign-on settings or single sign-in authentication. You are having a Salesforce integrated with other system. You are clicking with your details. You are logging into your Salesforce. Then you want to have some integration part with Salesforce which is feasible to Salesforce itself. Once you do that, the authentications need to be given from Salesforce. That is called as SO, single sign-on. Single sign-on, what you do? It gives an authentication to you, to the user, whoever will be accessing another external system, to that system. Salesforce will be through. Salesforce will be log again. Salesforce, when you log in automatically, that integrates with external system. When you want to log in into another external system, the same credentials will be applied with same username and password. Whichever you log in your Salesforce, the same username and password will be updated into that external system also. This is a external system settings where you can able to click on that and get the details. But into that, we will be learning in setups. This is all about setup, help my profile, my settings. My settings, I have given this. These are all display and layout, email, chat, calendar, reminders. These are all settings. Comes under settings, my settings. Next, developer console is where this is used for developers. This is used for developers where you can able to log in into your classes. Classes triggers means nothing, but whatever the changes, customizing your changes. If you want to customize your change, there goes as a like developers will be getting to the things through code. This will be done with coding. This all coding part will be done under development. That development will be having this. This is the page where you can able to click on it and you will be getting on it. Don't see my These are all classes, triggers pages that is called as Visual First Page. Pages, page components, objects, static resources, packages installed in this. When you click on that development, you will be getting all this development process. Next, switch to Lightning User. When you click on this switch to Lightning User, it automatically routes you to this part. The destination will be this when you are getting into here. Next one is log out, and here this is a drop down where you can able to select from sales, service, market, app launcher, community. These are all different modules where it is implemented in sales, and I have been opted for CPQ, building configurations, and all this will be different modules in sales. According to your requirements, you can able to select it and get into that. Nothing but sales service marketing. We are now in sales module. This is a sales mode. Selecting home page. In the home page, you can see the details, whatever you are having like calendar, my tasks. Whatever the changes or events for today's events you have, that will be displayed here in the home page, and everything can be customized. Everything can be customized. Ounce. Shatter. Opportunities. Fog. These are all objects in that different objects. You will be having each thing called as a record. This is one record. This is one record. This is one record. One record. Clubbing. This is one record and one record details. This is nothing but lead detail. That is one record details. In that regard, you will be having all this information of that particular person, details, all the details. Lead details. Where you collect, all the information is stored here. Are you understanding now where we will be storing and everything? The lead. This is a lead. In the leads, you will be getting all this information and you will be stored in sales. Whenever you are getting a lead automatically, you have to go to the leads and create new and give all the details. Lead information, lead process, lead detail, and what is the product interest he is having. These products, the 3 products only displayed here because permissions are is given only for these 3 products, and you can give more than that also. I mean, that depends on your admin and your requirements. Next, whatever and wherever you see this red mark, they are called as required information. Red mark is required information where it is being filled. Without that, this record will not be saved. Record will not be saved. You have to give that and you have to save it. That is the way where you can able to create a lead. That after creating a lead, everything should be populated and you have to see all this. And finally, do not forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel.